Hello everybody, this is my spoiler-free review for Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second installment in the Ant-Man series of MCU Marvel movies. I'd like to start off by saying that I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, very much enjoyed it. As someone who liked the first one, I thought it was a great step up. I think it's better than the first one. But there's a lot of I have seen a lot of people that don't share that opinion. A lot of critics are kind of giving it a most of the critics don't seem to be giving it like a negative reviews, but just kind of like run the middle. Like it's okay, but it's not that great. Personally, I thought it was great. I didn't think it was okay. I thought it was great. Uh, it seemed like it had everything the original had, and the comedy was very good, very well timed for the most part. Yeah, it seemed like they were doing more comedy, like it was more lighthearted, which is fine because the first movie is very lighthearted too. Uh, it just And the action is good. There's actually a lot of great action in this movie. I think the biggest complaint people seem to have, and it is one that I don't really share, is that most people feel like there's not like the villains don't really matter in the movie. They're just there as a nuisance or there to get in the way of the main objective, which is time itself. Trying to do something within a certain time frame. And I say that the villains are totally have a purpose. They're there. They're there to be the obstacle, to be the thing in the way, and they do a good job. Like the different aspects, like Ghost and is just a great villain. I mean, she's not a great villain as in she's like a really interesting character with great dialogue and great motivations. I mean, her motivations are okay, but she's just a good villain in terms of she does what the movie needs her to do, what the story needs her to do, and that's be in the way, something that stops the heroes from doing what they're trying to do easier. Yeah, she was a little underdeveloped. I mean, we get a little bit of origin, but she was a little underdeveloped. She really didn't have a lot of screen time, as compared to most villains of movies. But other than that, I thought the movie was really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. There were some great added additions. Like certain characters that were just kind of had minor roles in the movie were really good. Like I really liked I think his name is James Woon or John Woon or something like that. He's like an FBI agent guy that's in charge of keeping Scott under house arrest, and he's really funny. Like his comedic timing is great, and he plays off really well with Scott and some of the other characters. And then you have Watson Goggins' character, Boyd from Justified, many countless other roles. He's great in this movie. I think his character was great. He's a great little slime ball kind of minor villain, and he brings so much extra charm to his character in the role, and his interactions with some of the other characters in the movie are just some of the most funniest moments in the movie. Like I don't know, I've always liked him as an actor, and I think he fits perfect here. A lot of reviewers were saying that his character is totally unnecessary, but I'm like, maybe he's not like super critical to the story, but he's still a really fun part of the story, and I enjoyed his character quite a lot. The story does dip down a lot though. Like in the first half of the movie, it's a lot more hyper aggressive and like fun and full of action, and like in the second half it still has fun and it still has action, but it just kind of like it totally takes a different direction and a little bit more of a serious and epic tone. I mean epic in in a small scale. But it is interesting how it kind of shifts a lot in the last act, and even the motivations of a lot of characters change within the second act. And but overall, this is a very fun movie. It's what you would expect from Ant-Man and the Wasp. A lot of fun, a lot of jokes being cracked, some cool visuals, some cool uses of shrinking and turning giant size. There's some fun callbacks to the first movie. Overall, I think it's a really enjoyable, fun movie. You shouldn't take it super seriously. You shouldn't be trying to analyze every bit of the story, because honestly, that's not what these movies are for. These movies are just to kick back and have fun and laugh. And that's what this movie does very well.